Hello guys, welcome to my channel Swati Pharmagnan. Today's topic is antiviral agents. This antiviral agents topic is there in third form D according to RGHS syllabus. So we'll see the antiviral agents introduction and classification along with its mechanism of action. First introduction is these viruses are the smallest microscopic organisms which can infect all living cells. So any living cell they will infect and they are very smallest microscopic organisms. They are parasitic on the host. They will be dependent on the host. They multiply at the expense of the host metabolic system. In the host body, they will multiply and they will use the enzymes of the host and they will increase their population. Uh, Once the generation or the population has been increased, then they will start showing the signs and symptoms of viral infection. They produce cytotoxic effects and numerous infectious diseases in animals and humans. These viruses will produce cytotoxic effects means they will produce the uh, toxic effects in the cells and they also produce the infectious diseases in animals and humans. This is the structure of a virus. It contains envelope protein and envelope is present, viral genome is present. This is viral genome part and nucleocapsid. So this nucleic material or nucleic acid is covered with one layer that is called capsid layer. So together capsid layer and nucleic acid are called as nucleocapsid and viral tegument is present. So once it will attach to the host body, then it will remove and the nucleic acid will enter inside the host body and the replication process will continue. How the routes of transmission, how the viral infection will transfer from one person to another person or how the virus will enter into the host body. The routes of transmission are through respiratory tract, it may enter through GIT tract, gastrointestinal tract, through genital tracts, through urine, through blood, and through placenta by air, water, food, milk, and other environmental sources. So, this for one virus, the route of transmission will be different. So, these are the five routes of transmission which will transfer the virus from one body to another body or from the environmental source to the person body. How the host survives. So, on what basis the host can survive with the severe viral infection? That completely depends on the immunity and it is also depends on the severity of the infection. If the severity of infection is not very severe, if the infection is not very severe, then the person can survive. If the person is having strong immunity, then also the host can survive. So this immune response in the host is produced by the B lymphocytes which are obtained from bone marrow and T lymphocytes which are obtained from thymus gland. There are two types of viruses. One is DNA containing viruses and another one is RNA containing viruses. Two examples I have given here. DNA containing viruses means viruses which contain the DNA as the nucleic acid material or genetic material. Here the examples are adenovirus and herpes virus. Adenovirus will cause the respiratory infections and also eye infections. Herpes virus which causes encephalitis and also eye infections. RNA containing viruses, the best example is HIV virus which is a retrovirus. We all know this. This HIV virus will cause the AIDS and arenavirus which will cause lymphocytic meningitis. Rhabdovirus which will cause rabies. How we can define antiviral agents? Drugs used for the treatment of various viral infections are called as antiviral agents. The ideal characters for a drug to show its antiviral property is it should interfere with viral replication. The drug should interfere with viral replication and it should not affect the host metabolic processes. They should not be toxic to the host. These are the three ideal characters which should be there for antiviral agent. Classification of antiviral agents. How we can classify antiviral agents based on their mechanism of action? First class is agents that inhibit the initial stages of viral replication. If the initial stages of the viral replication has been inhibited, then that drugs or the first class examples are amantadine and zidovudine, etc. So many so on examples are there. So few examples, two examples or one example which is important that I have taken. In anti-AIDS also we'll see another examples. Agents which will interfere with viral nucleic acid replication is the second class of drugs. Examples are acyclovir and idoxuridine. The agents which affect ribosomal translation means protein synthesis will be inhibited. The example is methylazone. Now we'll see the structure one by one. Amantadine structure. This is amantadine structure. We have to first draw the cyclohexane ring. Then three methyl groups will be present from this position, means alternate groups, alternate positions. Three methylene bridges have been attached at one center point. So from this position one amino group is there. That's why AMA indicates amino group. Amantadine is the structure. Uses or it is used in preventing and treating all strains of influenza virus, particularly all the A strains. It is used to treat German measles virus, that is rubella virus. It is also used against influenza B virus, but for research purpose or for discovery purpose, in vitro studies, we can use this drug for influenza B virus. It acts against respiratory syncytial virus and also RNA virus. Mode of action of amantadine is it inhibits the penetration of virus particles into host cell. When the virus will attach to the outer part of the host cell, then it will inhibit the penetration. So that penetration, the first step itself, the amantadine drug will inhibit so that the virus particles cannot enter into the host cell. If it has failed to inhibit this first step, then it also inhibits viral replication in early stages, like blocking the uncoating of the viral genome. The viral genome, that is nucleic acid, will be uncoated from the capsid layer, and then it will mixed or it will combine with the DNA of host cell. So that step can be inhibited or blocked, that is uncoating process of viral genome can be inhibited. So if this blocking of uncoating of viral genome is inhibited, viral replication also inhibits, and transferring of nucleic acid material into the host cell will be inhibited. So these two steps will be blocked by amantadine. Next structure is zidovudine. For the structure zidovudine, the basic nucleus we have to remember is pyrimidine ring is present. To this pyrimidine ring at second position, this is second position, and at sixth position there are carbonyl groups. Two carbonyl groups are present, or we can also call it as ketone groups. And here at fifth position, one methyl group is there. And here this is a 5-membered ring with one oxygen. So we can also call it as ribose sugar. If it contains CH2OH here, then we'll call it as ribose sugar. And to this, three nitrogens are attached. If the nitrogen contains four bonds, then it will be become electron deficient. If it contains two bonds, it become electron rich. uh, Means it contains one more lone pair of electrons in its outer orbital for the formation of one more bond. So that's why it will get negative charge and it will get positive charge. That is structure of zidovudine. This pyrimidine nucleus and this ribose sugar both are linked at this third position. It is a anti-AIDS drug which is used in the treatment of AIDS. Next structure is acyclovir. Acyclovir contains purine as the basic nucleus. This is structure of purine, which contains imidazole combined with pyrimidine is called purine. To this purine, at second position amino group is present, and at sixth position ketone group is present. As a side chain there is a hydroxy ethoxy methyl group is present. hydroxy ethoxy methyl group is attached at this position. That is structure of acyclovir. It is used in the treatment of herpes simplex virus, to treat keratoconjunctivitis, means inflammation of the conjunctiva and keratin layer. In the treatment of mucocutaneous viral infection, we can use this acyclovir. Next structure is idoxuridine. Idop indicates iodine group is present in this structure. Here there is a pyrimidine ring with two ketone groups at second position and sixth position, and at fifth position there is a iodine ring, and ribose sugar is there, and one more OH group is attached at this position. Uses, or it is used against the specifically DNA viruses, means DNA containing viruses, and it is an antiviral agent. Methicillin is another structure. This methicillin structure contains benzopyrrole. This is benzopyrrole, benzene ring combined with or fused with pyrrole ring. And to this pyrrole, at first position methyl group is attached, and ketone group is present at second position, and at third position there is a double bond N group, and here there is NHC double bond S NH2, means thiourea. Urea formula is NH2CONH2. In the place of oxygen, sulfur is present. That's why thi, thi, thi indicates thiourea is present in this structure. On indicates there is a ketone group. Meth indicates methyl group is present. It is an antiviral drug and also used in the treatment of various viral infections. Thank you.